In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to complete 4.2.5 entirely. 4.2.5 is the task on page 57 of your textbook, which requires you to modify the program you wrote for 4.2.4 so that when the program searches, it can also cope if the user actually inputs a name which isn't on its set list. So we might actually start by creating our list. So you can go to data, make a list. We can call the list houses, and we will just add 10 houses. You simply do that by clicking plus. So we can add Homer, Ned, Fred, Barney, Eric, Kenny, Stan, Kyle, Cleveland, and Peter. Okay, so we've got 10, that's enough for this search for the time being. Then we're going to actually use a different option, not space. We might use A. So when the A key is pressed, the program should ask for input. It will say who shall I look for? And then we will make a new variable called friend, and we will set friend to answer. Okay, so that's a little piece of code that will just sit on the side, and then after that is input, then you will press the green flag, or the user will press the green flag, and then we need a couple more variables. One of them is going to be called I. Actually, I is the only other variable we need, and we will go set I to 1, so it's going to start at number 1, which is Homer. Then we are going to use a repeat variable, but it will be repeat until. A condition is met. Now we are going to use an operator, the OR operator, which we can get down here, and we are also going to use a couple of smaller operators inside this, greater than and equals. Then we can use from here item 1, but we're actually going to change item 1 to item I of houses. So item I of houses equals friend. We will repeat this program on and on and on until we either find the house of the friend, or we will repeat on and on. I'll just move this down here. We'll repeat on and on until I is greater than the length of houses, which means the program hasn't found the friend. So we can find length of houses down here, and we can fit that in to create a very large operator, and then we can put them all very carefully into here, and then you should select change and change I by 1. In addition to that, we've got a little bit more to add, so we are going to use an if then else variable, which we can find in control here, and we are again going to use an operator, an equals operator. If item I once again, we'll take an I of house equals friend then, and we can take our friend from here, say, and we'll have say down here as well actually. So basically, if it lands on the name which has been input, the message should say, and we're going to use an operator here, so we will say the friend's name lives at number, and I will represent the number of the friend's house. We also need to use one more operator to complete our program. We can actually duplicate what we used before, and then we can say friend doesn't live here. So this is the whole point of the program on this street. We actually don't need that second one. So basically, when the program is run, if it's running correctly, first thing we can do is enter the name of our friend. Second thing, we click the green flag and we run a search, and then it should tell us either the friend's house or that the friend doesn't live on the street. Let's press A. Who shall I... Oh, I'll just fix up the language. Okay, let's try again. And then we can type in Stan and click on flag, run our program. There should be a space here. Let's try one more time. Now there is actually a Stan on our street, so there may be a problem with my program since it's not returning it. Let's just have a look. And I think I've found it. We should have up here I rather than item 1, and perhaps now it should be more successful. Let's have a look. We'll press A, Stan, and then we click the flag, and here the robot program has now correctly identified Stan's house. One other thing, this doesn't look very nice, so we can easily fix that by adding a space at the end. Okay, let's try again. This time we're going to try and run it with a name which isn't on our list. So we'll press A and press the flag, and then it's working exactly as it's intended. Hopefully that helps you, and this is the last task you need to do for homework. So well done to you. Just remember to save your completed Scratch program in your classwork folder.